Hello and welcome back to the MoveWithEls YouTube channel. Today I am going to be taking you through a 35-minute full body intermediate Pilates session. No equipment needed for this one, so let's get started. We're going to start seated for today's session, so join me on the mat with your legs crossed, find length through the crown of your head, and we're going to kick things off with a little bit of breath work. Take a deep breath in through the nose, feel your ribs expanding to the side as we engage with our lateral breath, and then exhale through pursed lips like you're blowing out birthday candles. Take 2 more of those. Try to relieve any tension in your shoulders, roll them back away from your ears, and on your next inhale, reach your arms up above your head before exhaling and releasing them back down by your side. Let your breath guide this movement. Deep breath in and deep breath out through your pursed lips. Take a moment to check in with your alignment, length through the crown of the head, length through those fingers as we reach up above the head. Are you sitting equally on your sit bones? Hands return to our knees now, and we're going to take some seated cat-cows. So inhale, lift the chest, widen the collarbones. Eye line goes towards the ceiling as we arch our spine. And exhale, we round through the spine and our chin comes to our chest. These are fab for warming up our spine through extension and flexion. So really take your time here, articulating your spine vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to take 3 more here. Beautiful job. We're going to come into our shoulder rolls now. We're going to be doing quite a lot of weight bearing through our upper body and shoulders today. So you want to make sure they are nice and mobilized. So let's keep those hands on those knees, roll those shoulders forwards 5 times, and then roll them in the opposite direction 5 times. Remember to check in with your open chest and your long spine. It's just your shoulders moving here, so you don't want to be rocking from side to side. Use that core to keep you stable. Let's bring those arms out to the side around shoulder height, and we're just going to take some big arm circles. Same as you did with shoulder rolls, forward 5 times and back 5 times. We want to be thinking about length through our fingertips here, and also make sure that our arms aren't dropping below shoulder height. Lovely job. Once you've finished your arm circles, we're going to come into a spinal twist. So arms stay extended out to the side, or you can bring them to prayer if that's easier for you. And our upper body rotates whilst our lower body stays completely still. I think I set up my mat a little bit too close to the plants today. We're moving our spine through rotation here, and we're also starting to warm up those obliques a little bit as we've got a nice little ab section coming up very shortly. Use your breath to help you here. Inhale as you center, exhale, twist, inhale, pause, and exhale, return to center. Bring your legs out in front of you, just a little bit wider than hip distance apart now. Reminder that you can always sit on a block if sitting cross-legged or with your legs outstretched is uncomfortable for you. And we're going to come into our 90-90s or windscreen wipers. So we're going to rock our knees from side to side, arms are behind us, and we're leaning back slightly. This is really good for warming up through our hip mobility. Lovely stuff. Before we get into our workout, let's take a mermaid stretch. So bring your knees round to the right side of your body, and then with your right arm, stretch over to the left side of your body. You can always lean on your forearm if you want a slightly deeper stretch. Scoot your legs round so they're on the left side of your body, and let's take it to the other side. Left arm comes up and over, and we drop that right forearm to the mat if that is comfortable for you. Great stuff, guys. We are ready to get into our workout. So if you can join me in coming to all 4s on the mat, our hands are going to be stacked underneath our shoulders, our knees are going to be stacked underneath our hips. So we're going to be starting with our push back to planks. So tuck your toes under, inhale to prepare. Exhale, press your hands into the mat and send your hips straight back towards your heels. Inhale as you come forward again, your shoulders move slightly over your wrists and you come into your high plank. Weight is staying evenly distributed through those two hands. Our shoulders are staying down away from our ears, and we're making sure that our rib to hip connection is there. We need a lot of strength through our core to help us move properly through this movement. Great job, guys. What a good way to wake up our whole body. Now tuck those toes under again, send yourself back into a downward facing dog, and let's just pedal out those legs a little bit, warming up those hammies a little bit more. Take those pedals as quickly or as slowly as you like. We're about to come forward back into our high plank and take our mountain climbers. So push yourself forward back into your high plank position and bring your right knee up to your right elbow, and then repeat on the left hand side. Checking in on that rib to hip connection, keeping that core strong and making sure that we are not rocking from side to side in our plank. We are staying stable and level, imagining that tray of tea on our lower back. Beautiful job. Press back into your downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing again. Pedal it out before coming back into your high plank and back into your mountain climbers, but this time we'll be taking our opposite knee to our opposite elbow. So our right knee comes to our left elbow as we twist across the body, and then we'll take it to the other side. Exhale as you draw the knee in, inhale as you return to plank. Make sure those hands are underneath those shoulders and we're pressing the mat away, keeping those shoulders down away from our ears. Beautiful job. One more on each side, and then we're going to press back into a child's pose. Take a moment to stretch those arms out if they're aching a little bit. We've done a lot of weight bearing through those arms through that plank session. Coming back into all fours now for bird dogs. So opposite arm and leg extend and then crunch in. Inhale as you reach, exhale as you crunch. Think about that knee and elbow connecting, and remember to keep those ribs knitted together, not flared. 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to keep your arm and leg extended out and take little pulses, lifting the leg and the arm a tiny bit. This is also good as a little bit of a balance challenge. I was definitely looking a little bit wobbly today. Remember to check in with your core. That's going to help you stay stable. Draw your navel up and in. Reach long through your arm and through your leg. We're looking for length through those limbs as we reach. Good stuff. Let's return it to all fours and take it to the other side. So let's lift our left and right leg and bring it into our bird dog. So opposite knee goes to opposite elbow. Inhale as we reach, exhale as we crunch together. Eye line should be down and towards the top of your mat throughout this movement. We should also be waking up the glutes through this exercise, so you're lifting through that glute, not through that lower back. Good stuff. Just a couple more, and then we're going to keep our arm and leg extended and take those little pulses, remembering to engage our core to keep us stable, remembering our tray of tea on our back, not wanting to let it spill, and keeping our back nice and level. Anybody with any knee pain, just a reminder that we can put a folded towel under our knees while in all fours just to relieve any pain there. Tuck the toes under, and we're going to be coming into our bear hold. So we're in our all fours or quadricep position, and we're just hovering the knees off the mat. Really draw the belly in to keep our core engaged through this movement. We're then going to start taking little shifts forwards and backwards, a bit like a plank saw if you've ever done one of those before. Eye line to the top of the mat, keeping that length through the crown of our head. Continuing to breathe as we shift backwards and forwards. I know it's difficult, keep going, we are almost there. Beautiful. Keep that hold for a couple of seconds longer before I can tell you to reset your knees to the mat. There we go, good job. Shift your hands just a little bit forward. We're going to be coming in to our tricep push-ups. So elbows stay close to the side of the body as we lower our body towards the mat and then push away. Trying to keep those shoulders down away from our ears and moving with control. You're not falling towards the mat, you are lowering yourself towards the mat. Such a killer for the triceps. Now I want you to extend your right leg long behind you. We're going to continue with those tricep push-ups just with that extended leg held long behind you. Point those toes, remember that length through that limb as you continue to do your tricep push-ups. One more rep, and then we're going to take little pulses with that extended leg and continue to light up those glutes. Again, we are lifting the leg from the glute and not through the lower back for this exercise. Reset that leg, and we're going to take it to the other side. So lift your left leg long behind you, take 3 tricep push-ups, and then we're going to go into those pulses with our extended leg. Even though you're working that leg and that glute, take a moment to check in with your rib and hip connection. Are they drawn together? Are you engaging your core? Are you stable through your core throughout this exercise? Beautiful. Reset your left leg to the mat, and we're going to go straight back over to the right hand side and take donkey kicks. So flex your feet towards the ceiling and push upwards at a 90-degree angle. Again, making sure to move with precision and control here, not with momentum. Now taking little pulses with those donkey kicks, so reducing that range of motion, just little pulses at the top end of that range of motion. 3, 2, 1. We're going to bring that knee back down, but don't reset it. Instead, we're going to take it out to the side for fire hydrants. So we lift the leg away from the body for 1 fire hydrant and then bring it back into a donkey kick. So alternating between that lateral lift of the leg for the fire hydrant and back to our donkey kick. Your glutes should be feeling this now, and we just got one more little layer before you can set that knee back down on the mat. Okay, just one more of that combo, and then we're going to take our leg out into our fire hydrant and take little fire hydrant pulses. You saw it coming. I know our glutes are getting tired, but there is no excuse to let our form slip. Make sure we are staying stable. Our pelvis is not rocking. We are level north to south, east to west. Reset that leg, and then let's take it to the other side. So lift that left leg up for our donkey kick. Foot is flexed towards the ceiling, and we are pressing our foot towards the ceiling, lifting from the glute, not from our lower back. Nice and controlled, moving through honey, not swinging our leg with momentum. And take those little donkey kick pulses. Ribs are staying lifted, core is staying strong, shoulders are down away from ears, and we've got that length through the crown of our head, eye line facing towards the edge of our mat. Bring our leg out to the side for that donkey kick fire hydrant combo. So we're lifting laterally away from the body and then taking the leg back into our donkey kick. Really working with the basics today, but I always forget how much these burn. Just 3 more, and then we are finishing up with those fire hydrant pulses before we end this series. So keep going, you are almost there. Take those little pulses away from the body. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful stuff, guys. Take that knee back to the mat. Roll out your wrists if they're feeling a little bit sore from all of that 4-point work. And then we're going to come into a side kneeling position on our left hand side with knees bent in crook. And we're going to lift our top leg away from our bottom leg, kind of like a clamshell, but our feet aren't together. Lifting with control to about hip height or a little bit above, minimizing that rocking, imagining that you are in between 2 panes of glass and you want your torso to stay in between those 2 panes of glass. Extend that leg out long without resetting it to the mat, and we're going to take our leg extensions and lifts. Bottom hand should be underneath our shoulder. Top hand can either go on our hip or support us in front of our body. Making sure we are lifted from the underside of that waist. We're going to come into our rainbows now. So our foot is going to tap towards the front of our mat and towards the back of our mat, creating a nice arc through our leg, imagining we have a pen attached to our toes and we are painting rainbows on the side of the room. Beautiful stuff, minimizing that rocking, recruiting that core, staying lifted. 2 more of those, and then we're going to add a little upper lower combo. So that top arm is going to come overhead and we're going to reintroduce those leg lifts. So as the leg lifts up, your arm is going to sweep over to meet it. Inhale, your leg goes back towards the mat and your arm goes back overhead. Exhale, they come together again. Again, maintaining length through those fingers and through those toes, crouching through those obliques. 1 more, and then we're going to progress this to a side lying oblique crunch with bent arms and bent legs. So exhale, your knee and elbow come together. Inhale, they lengthen out again. Option to just stick with the lower body if that works better for you, or if you'd really like to challenge yourself and this is a little bit too easy for you, you can take this into a high side plank position. Beautiful stuff. 1 more of those before we come round into our high kneeling position. So sweep the legs under, come into the high kneel. We're going to be working through our high kneeling squats. So I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see my form and what I'm doing a little bit better. So I'm in a high kneel, knees about shoulder width apart, and my hands have come to my waist. I'm going to inhale and send my hips back towards my heels, lowering with control, using those quads. And then I am going to press my shins into the mat, exhale, and squeeze my glutes to come back up. Our core and glutes are very active in this movement. We don't want any flaring, so just make sure those ribs are nice and knitted together. I'm just coming back round to the front so I can show you this next level. So we've got a couple more here before we're going to add an upper body combo. So the next time you press up, I want you to bring your arms to cactus or goalpost and then press away as you lower your hips towards your heels. So when you squat down, your arms extend above you. As you come back up, they come back down to your cactus position. As you bring those arms back down, you should be feeling it in your lats, so your kind of upper back area. And with that pressing motion, we're recruiting those shoulders. Beautiful. Keep this movement nice and strong, using your breath to help you. Inhale as you sit back, exhale as you press up. Now bring our arms out in front of us, palms facing inward. We're going to come back into our kneeling lean backs. So we're going to lean the entire body back from the knees. So our spine is staying nice and long. We're not arching the back, and we're only taking this as far as we can control. Pressing those shins into the mat, and we're using those glutes and thighs to lift and control this movement. So inhale, lean back, exhale, lift back up to kneeling. Just 2 more here, and then we're going to take little pulses. So bring those glutes towards the heels and then take little pulses backwards and forwards. This is really going to burn your thighs, but keep going, stay strong, focus on your breath, and keep reaching through those arms, keeping those shoulders down away from our ears. Beautiful job. Right, so we've got to do that side kneeling series on the other side. So come down onto your right side. Remember, our bottom hand goes under our shoulder, our knees are stacked on top of each other and bent in crook, and we have a lift on the underside of our waist. We're going to take those bent leg lifts, so just moving that top leg away from the bottom leg to about hip height and then lowering it back down. As I mentioned, your hand can stay on your hip or come in front of you for a little bit of extra support if you feel like you need it. Remembering to keep this motion slow and controlled, moving it through honey, not swinging our leg about, and staying stable and level through our torso. Let's bring that top leg out extended and come into our leg lifts with an extended leg. Toes are pointed, nice length through the leg, and we're just bringing it up to just above hip height before lowering it with control back towards the mat. Just a couple more here before we come into our rainbows. So we're going to tap the toe from one side of the mat to the other, drawing our nice big arcs with our toe, remembering to maintain that length, ensuring we also have that nice lift on the underside of our waist. Remembering our panes of glass either side of our torso, we don't want to be rocking too much throughout this movement. We're using our core to keep us level and stable. Just a couple more here before we bring that arm above us and come into the upper-lower combo. So inhale, we bring our arm overhead, we lower the leg. Exhale, we bring them together, so crunching through the top side of that waist. Beautiful job. 3 more here, and then we're going to take it into that side lying oblique crunch with our bent arm and leg. So inhale, our arm and leg extend. Exhale, knee and elbow come together. Again, crunching through that top side of the waist, making sure we still have that lift on the underside of our waist. This is a really good exercise for our core, and we're also, of course, working our upper and lower body as well. 3, 2, 1. Fabulous stuff, guys. Return to the mat and let's swing our legs around. So we are in a semi-seated position. We're going to take our roll-ups. So legs are in front of us, hip width apart, knees are bent. We're going to bring our arms out in front of us and then slowly articulate our spine, rolling back, finding our C curve and sending our arms overhead. We should be on our backs now. Option to have your legs slightly bent if that helps. Inhale, our arms come up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we tuck our chin and we peel our ribs off the mat. The rest of our back is going to follow, so we're going to articulate that spine up, scooping from the abdominals, and then we exhale and curl forward, reaching towards the toes. We're going to inhale as we reach, and then exhale, roll back, finding that C curve, articulating that spine vertebrae by vertebrae back to the mat, keeping those arms reached out, long in front of us, palms facing inwards. These are one of my favorite exercises, so 3 more of those before we come up to our standing phase. Beautiful job. We're going to be coming into our standing phase now. So roll back up, come up to standing and join me towards the front of your mat. We're going to be going into our reverse lunges. Our hands are on our hips. Our weight is grounded through our left foot and our right foot is coming softly into a lunge behind us. Front knee is tracking no further than the toes on our left foot. Inhale as you come down and exhale as you push up. Making sure we've still got light engagement through that core and length through the crown of our head. Taking this nice and slow. Next time you come up to standing, I want you to bring your arms into cactus position and we're going to add a press, so a little combo here. So as you lunge down, your arms press forward. As you come up, your arms come back down to goalpost or cactus pose. This is basically the same upper movement that we did on our high kneeling squat, so it should be easy to pick up. If this is easy and you like a little bit more of a challenge, see if you can add in a knee drive as you come up to standing. This is going to be a little bit more of a balance test. It's also going to put some more load through that left glute. We're coming into a hip hinge lunge combo now, so that right leg is staying back where it is. We lunge down and our arms come into a bodyweight bicep curl, and then we hinge forward from the hips, top of the body staying in a long straight line, and take a bodyweight tricep extension. So our arms come out behind us straight, palms facing inwards. Try and keep your elbows close to the sides of your body. You should be feeling this in the back of your arms. Inhale as we drop and exhale as we come up and our arms extend. Beautiful job. Just one more layer for this series. So we're going to come into some lunge pulses. You can either take your hands to prayer or reach them forward if you'd like a little bit more engagement with your upper body. Just little pulses here. I know this burns after all the work we've done with that right glute, but stay with me, we are almost there. Come back up to standing, and we're going to take that over to the other side. So right foot is staying planted this time, left foot is going behind. Hands come to hips, or as I said before, option to reach those arms long in front of you. Really weight your lunge through that front foot, through the heel. We should be pressing through that glute. Also the option to take this into a knee drive if we want to work our balance a little bit, and also work that supporting glute a little bit more. Good job. Keep an eye that the knee is not tracking too far over our toes and that we're maintaining that length through our spine. Just 3 more here, and then we're going to add in our cactus arms and press. Come to standing, arms come up in right angles to our sides in cactus or goalpost. As we lunge back, our arms press forward, and as we come up, our arms come back down to cactus pose. We should be feeling a little bit of work through our lats and the back of our arms. I want you to be really strong through this movement, reaching forward with length through those fingers, pressing through the heel of that supporting leg. Core is lightly engaged to help us stay balanced and stable throughout this movement. Lovely job. Coming into our hinges now. Keep that left foot back. We're going to hinge forward. Torso comes forward in a straight line as our arms come back into that tricep extension. Then we're going to lunge back down and bring those arms into a bodyweight bicep curl. Keeping slow and controlled through this movement. We're not swinging our arms and legs about. We're moving with intention, not using our momentum. Coming straight into those lunge pulses now, so hands can either come to prayer or come out extended in a reach. Little pulses here, weight is through that front foot, that glute is going to be burning, but keep going, we are almost at the end of class. Beautiful job. Come back up to standing, shake out those legs and give those glutes a little hit if that helps. We're going to be coming into a little squat series, so feet are shoulder width apart, and we're going to drop down, tap the floor, come back up and reach. So inhale as you drop and tap, exhale as you come up and reach. A little quicker through these and get our heart rate up a little bit. We should be planted through our heels, sending our weight back as we squat, reaching through those fingers with nice length as we reach. Option to come up onto our toes as we come to the top of that reach now, just to work our calves a little bit. If you find the balance element of coming onto your toes difficult, then you can always choose a spot on the floor and keep your eyes fixed there, and that will help you balance. Just 5 seconds more of these squats to taps to reaches. See if you can pick up the pace a little bit, get that heart rate up. Coming in to our final exercise of our workout block now, and these are just punches. So we're going to punch right and then we're going to punch left. We're twisting from the core, so really engaging our obliques and our core to rotate us as we punch. Keep this movement really strong and intentional. I don't want to see any noodle arms. I want strong, direct punches. This is a full body movement. You're driving through the legs, twisting from the core, and of course, moving those arms. Draw that navel in, knit those ribs together. Let's light up that powerhouse while we generate those punches. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work, guys. That is it for the workout portion of this session. Do not skip. I know that you are hovering over that exit button, but your stretching is important. So hang around for 5 minutes while we cool down and work on our flexibility. I want you to inhale, reach up, exhale, bring your arms back down and bring yourself into a forward fold. Let yourself hang out there for a bit and then roll back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head is the last thing to come up. Take another reach and let's do that again. Take your time here. You just put all that effort into a hard workout. So give yourself a little bit of a break. Enjoy some slower movement. Take some time to be mindful and to relax. Beautiful. Okay, coming into our standing side bends, our feet are going to come shoulder width apart. Our hand is going to go to our left hip and we're going to bring that right arm over, stretching through that left side of our waist. Come over and let's take it to the other side. Let's go again. So stretch over to the left hand side of your waist again. And this time I want you to sweep forwards so we can go straight into that side bend on the right hand side. And the same in the other direction. Here, length through the side of that waist and length through those fingertips. Of course, option to just stick with those conventional side bends if those sweeps aren't comfortable for you. Good stuff. Give your little neck a stretch from side to side. Just loosen up a little bit. We're going to take another forward fold into a squat. So reach down with a slight bend in your legs, touch the ground and then bend into a squat. This is a nice little movement to stretch our whole body, but especially the backs of those legs. You can add in a little shoulder roll as you come up too, like I'm doing, if that feels good for you. Coming back down into seated, now we're going to finish today's class how we started it in our seated position. Our legs are coming out to the front while we take our spine stretch. So walk your hands forward. Imagine there's a beach ball in front of your stomach and you're reaching over, curving the back of that spine, coming into flexion. A lovely stretch to finish off today's class. Inhale as you prepare, exhale as you stretch forward. Now I always like to finish off my stretching sections of my workout with something that I'm grateful for. So today I am super grateful to be making this video because it is my first Pilates workout video on this channel, and I am just really grateful to have the opportunity to be able to pursue doing something that I love. So maybe take a second to think about what you are grateful for today. And I'm just finishing up with some spinal rotation. So both my hands are coming behind my right hip and my torso is following, looking behind my right shoulder, stretching through that spine, through that rotation, coming over to the other side. 2, now bring your legs back in to a cross-legged position. Take one big inhale and exhale out through the mouth. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.